Hello Wednesday fam! Welcome back to Explainverse, your go-to channel for all things Wednesday. I'm your host, and today, we're diving deep into the shadows of Wednesday Season 3. Everything we know, from spine-chilling plot teases to the big premiere date. So, grab your black parasol, channel your inner Addams, and let's unravel the mysteries awaiting us at Nevermore Academy. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to join our creepy, kooky community. On July 23, 2025, just before the electrifying premiere of Season 2, Netflix dropped a bombshell. Wednesday was officially renewed for a third season. No surprise there, Wednesday is a crown jewel in Netflix's lineup, and its dark charm continues to captivate fans worldwide. While Season 2's audience was slightly smaller than the record-shattering first season, it still dominated the charts. Part 1 of Season 2 clung to Netflix's top 10 most-watched list in its debut week, and Part 2, dare I say, the superior half, skyrocketed to number 1 and stayed there. Talk about a killer performance. Showrunner Alfred Gauck is already plotting to make Season 3 the most thrilling yet. In his words, "Our goal for the third season is the same as always, to deliver the best possible season of Wednesday. We're diving deeper into our characters while expanding the twisted, gothic world of Nevermore and Wednesday herself." Gauck's vision? To shadow Wednesday through all 7 years of Nevermore Academy's cycle, potentially giving us 7 seasons of this macabre masterpiece. Can you imagine the chaos? Now let's talk about that jaw-dropping Season 2 finale. Spoiler alert for those who haven't caught up. Agnes dropped a cryptic bombshell claiming Nevermore no longer exists. But hold your ravens. Her comment likely ties to the school's lack of a principal. Could Season 3 unfold during a gloomy vacation period with Nevermore's fate hanging in the balance? Picture this. The season might end with students returning to a restructured Nevermore, where a new principal steps out of the shadows. Who could it be? Drop your theories in the comments. So, when will we see Wednesday's next chapter? Production for Season 3 is slated to kick off in spring 2026, between March and June. Originally planned for fall 2025, the schedule shifted, meaning we won't see Wednesday haunting our screens in 2026. According to Watson Netflix, Season 3 could premiere in early June 2027. But here's the twist. Will Netflix split Season 3 into 2 parts as they love to do? It's likely, so brace yourselves for another nail-biting release strategy. Curious about the production code name? It's Nightshade and Raven, a chilling nod to the Nightshade Society and the iconic Raven dance where Wednesday unleashed her unforgettable moves in Season 1. Speaking of dances, Season 2 gave us Agnes and Enid's epic performance, and I'm obsessed. Which dance is your favorite? Wednesday's viral routine or Agnes and Enid's showstopper? Sound off in the comments. Now let's sink our teeth into what Season 3 might hold. The vacation setting hints at a darker, wilder adventure. Wednesday, teamed up with her uncle Fester, will embark on a perilous quest to find Enid, who's now an alpha wolf stuck in her feral form. Hunted by rival wolves, Enid's in grave danger, and Wednesday's determined to bring her back to humanity, but that's not all. Trouble's brewing elsewhere. Miss Capri and Tyler are stirring up something sinister. Could she be assembling an army of hides to target Wednesday? My gut says she's bad news, and I'm dying to see how this unfolds. Then there's the enigmatic Aunt Ophelia, locked away in a secret room at Grandma's house, living in grim conditions and harboring a vendetta against Wednesday. Why does she want our favorite deadpan heroine gone? With Catherine Zeta-Jones potentially pulling double duty, just like Caroline Jones did in the past, Ophelia's blonde hair and flower crown keep her true to the Addams legacy. Could she be Season 3's ultimate villain? My curiosity's piqued, and I bet yours is too. That's everything we know about Wednesday Season 3. So far. If you're still watching right now, that means you've been enjoying this video, so don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and I'd truly appreciate it. And another arc I'm really excited to see developed in the third season, and I have a great theory about what's going to happen with her, is Aunt Ophelia. This woman finally showed up, because the big surprise of this finale is the fact that Ophelia, Wednesday's aunt, is alive, and she's simply being held captive by her own mother, right, Grandma Frump? But man, why did Grandma Frump do this? Why did she do this to her own daughter, keeping her locked up for 15 years? Because during the second season, right, Morticia and her mother, Hester Frump, talked several times about the disappearance of Morticia's sister, Ophelia, who had been missing for 15 years. And just like Wednesday, she also had complicated psychic abilities and ended up being admitted to Willow Hill before mysteriously disappearing. Do you remember those black tears Wednesday had in the first part of the second season? Well, Aunt Ophelia went through the same thing at Wednesday's age. And Morticia recounts, right, that back then it happened during school, right at Nevermore when they were young, around Wednesday's age. And she said she saw Ophelia in the courtyard with those black tears, and after that she was admitted to Willow Hill and disappeared. Actually, she didn't disappear, she's in her mother's captivity. But in the final moments of the season, Morticia hands Wednesday Ophelia's diary, and as she flips through it, Wednesday is struck by a vision of her aunt, a sign that reconciliation with her mother was beginning to restore her psychic abilities. And thanks to that vision, Wednesday discovered, right, that Hester Frump always knew where Ophelia was hidden, and her aunt was locked in the matriarch's basement, man, where she left disturbing scribbles on the walls, right, including creepy messages. Aunt Ophelia simply wrote the infamous, "Wednesday must die." Man, what does this mean? What's going to happen in the third season regarding Ophelia and Wednesday? Man, I have no doubt that in this third season, Ophelia will have a central role. I don't even think they've chosen the actress to play Ophelia yet. I think it has to be someone big because she's an important character. So much so that they only showed her from behind. Right, precisely to not reveal the actress yet because they probably haven't decided. But the message, "Wednesday must die," written on the basement walls might seem like a threat, but maybe it's a warning. Man, that's my theory. Ophelia, with psychic abilities similar to and possibly more intense than Wednesday's, suffered so much from her visions that her mind became fragmented. And when she was admitted to Willow Hill, she began to see the future, but in a distorted way, right, with very vivid nightmares. Man, but what did she see? A tragic fate involving Wednesday, perhaps linked to a greater threat looming over Nevermore. That's why she wrote the message in desperation, trying to warn in the only way she could. And Grandma, knowing the destructive or prophetic power of her daughter, decided to keep her hidden, fearing that the impact of her visions on the world would destroy everything, man, including her own family. And now that Wednesday is starting to recover her psychic abilities, as we saw in the finale of this second season, she'll be able to decipher Ophelia's message in the best way possible. And trust me, it's not literal. Just because Ophelia wrote "Wednesday must die" doesn't mean Ophelia will try to kill Wednesday, or that Ophelia is a threat to Wednesday. We know that's not how things work with this script. It could be the key to preventing an imminent disaster, right? And the phrase "in the basement" might be the clue to uncovering the real enemy that's approaching. And another question that won't go away, and I already have a good theory, okay? After Principal Weem's death in the first season, right, Dorr took over. But his strategy to keep the school open was to secure a large donation, right, manipulating Bianca and Grandma. But with his defeat, right, he went down, Nevermore is left without leadership again, and Agnes informed that the school is on the verge of closing, and the season ends making it clear that the students are caught in the middle of the school year without knowing if Nevermore will reopen. But one of the show's creators, right, during these interviews about the second season said that yes, Nevermore will return for the third season and will have a new principal or director. But he didn't reveal who it will be. He only said it'll be a big surprise for the fans. It'll be some character we might already know and wouldn't expect. And my guess, my theory, is that it'll be Morticia, man. It's what makes the most sense right now. Because with Weems's sudden exit and Dorr's failed attempt to keep the school and the imminent closure of the institution, the presence of someone with history, prestige, and a deep connection to Nevermore becomes necessary. Morticia, a respected former student, a member of one of the most traditional families and now directly involved in the school's mysteries, would be the perfect choice. Besides, the season already started laying the groundwork for this. Morticia reappeared with more screen time, had important conversations with her mother, and showed she knows the darkest secrets of the school and her family's psychic lineage. And with her working at the school now, directly involved with the students in this principal role, she could also keep a closer eye on Wednesday, right? And it's very likely that Morticia doesn't know about her sister, that Ophelia is locked in her mother's basement. She probably doesn't know about that. And when she finds out, she'll want to protect Wednesday at all costs. Imagine, her sister writes, "Wednesday must die." Morticia, as a protective mother, will try to protect Wednesday in any way she can. And as Nevermore's new principal, she can keep an eye on Wednesday 24/7, watch over her, and protect her family. What are you dying to see in this next chapter? Will Wednesday save Enid? Who's the new principal? And what's Ophelia's deal? Share your wildest predictions in the comments below. If you loved this deep dive, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with your fellow Wednesday fanatics. Let's keep the Addams family spirit alive. Until next time, stay spooky, and I'll see you in the shadows.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I breathe.